Would everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. Roll call, Michael. Let the record reflect all council members are present and our city clerk is a dead microphone. We have nothing to report out on closed session. Does anyone have a conflict of interest? Seeing none, any changes or deletions to the agenda? Thank you. We'll move on to public comments. Any person wishing to speak in person on an item not listed on the agenda may do so at this time. Pursuant to the Brown Act, the City Council is not allowed to consider issues or take action on any item not listed on the agenda. 3 minutes are allotted to each speaker. Is there anyone in our audience who would like to make a public comment? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. Under C, proclamations. We're going to reread the proclamation for Black History Month.
A proclamation of the City Council of the City of Cloverdale declaring February 2025 Black History Month in Cloverdale. Whereas Black History Month is an annual celebration of achievements by African Americans and a time for recognizing their central role in U.S. history. And whereas during Black History Month, we celebrate the many achievements and contributions made by African Americans to our economic, cultural, spiritual, and political development. And whereas Black History Month grew out of the establishment in 1926 of Negro History Week by Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, an organization dedicated to researching and promoting achievements by Black Americans and other people of African descent. And whereas the Association for the Study of African American Life and History sponsored a National Negro History Week in 1926, choosing the second week of February to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. The event inspired schools and communities nationwide to organize local celebrations, establish history clubs, and host performances and lectures, becoming a month-long celebration in 1976. And whereas Black History Month honors the contributions of Black Americans to U.S. history, including Madam C.J. Walker, who was the first U.S. woman to become a self-made millionaire, George Washington Carver, who derived nearly 300 products from the peanut, Rosa Parks, who sparked the Montgomery bus boycott and galvanized the civil rights movement, and Shirley Chisholm, the first Black American woman elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. And whereas the observance of Black History Month calls our attention to the continued need to battle racism and build a society that lives up to its democratic ideals, whereas the City of Cloverdale continues to work toward becoming an inclusive community in which all citizens, past, present, and future, are respected and recognized for their contributions to our community. And whereas the City of Cloverdale is proud to honor the history and contributions of Black Americans in our community throughout our state and nation. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Todd Lands, do hereby declare February 2025 as Black History Month in Cloverdale, and encourages all citizens to recognize, celebrate, and honor the rich and diverse contributions by Black Americans to Cloverdale, dated February 26, 2025. So ordered, Todd Lands, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. Tonight I'd like to welcome Marina Miles to accept this proclamation. Marina is a Cloverdale resident, almost 2 decades. So thank you for being here, Marina. Hold it a little bit longer.
Mayor Lands, thank you for asking me to come back said, yes, I would come back and accept officially. So, to Cloverdale's Mayor Lance, City Council members, Police Chief, City Manager, City Attorney, Student Representative, and Legislative Reporter. That's what I call you. My name is Lorena Miles, and I would like to accept with gratitude this proclamation declaring February 2025 Black History Month in Cloverdale. I accept this honor in the names of Kathleen Kelly, my Irish grandmother and longtime resident of Cloverdale, and Alcide Womack, my African-American grandmother, who was my father's mother. These two women, through their words and actions, set my moral compass and taught me the meaning of right and wrong and how to contribute to our community. I have a picture of them in their 90s, sitting at our kitchen table in Cloverdale, drinking glasses of wine. So I'll start again. I have a picture of them in their 90s, sitting at our kitchen table in Cloverdale, drinking glasses of wine, smoking cigarettes, and enjoying each other's company in this Cloverdale community. I also want to let you know that I have a picture of them sitting in our little dining room, and this is where I learned what community service was from both of them. As a result of their teachings, I have served on the board of directors during the building of the Cloverdale Performing Arts Center, as well as serving as its first front of house manager. In coordination with the Cloverdale Historical Society, produced and coordinated the Film Festival. Served as Archdruidist for the Cloverdale Circle 81 of Cloverdale Druids Grove. For 6 years, I regularly attended city council meetings as a representative of this community and considered it to be one of the best shows in town, and an excellent way to keep up to date with goings on around town. With 4 veterans in my family, I wrote and delivered a speech in their honor on Veterans Day at the Veterans Memorial Building. These are some of the ways I have served this community in the past and intend to continue doing so in the future. Thank you for the honor of this proclamation.
We'd like to take a picture with you, if that's okay.
You're not going to get away that easy.
All right, we'll move forward to D, the student liaison report. Deanna, thank you for being here. Are you ready? Or do you want me to wait? All right.
Yesterday, the PTA readathon began, and on the 28th, the second trimester will end, and there will also be a spirit day where you can dress up as Decades Day. At the Washington, the spring sports are now starting to practice for the season, since winter is coming to an end. At the high school, Friday was the end of the grading period, and today from 6 to 8, there will be a cash at college where students will be able to get help with applying for financial aid. Also at the same time at 6, today there will be a meeting for FFA talking to students and parents about the state conference that's held annually in Sacramento, where they can talk about the cost of how much it is, how much it costs to be able to for your child.
You forgot something. Girls basketball, what happened last night?
They won their championships.
And now they're going to the right, they won the semifinal
Yes.
playoff game and they won the championship this week. So congratulations to them. Thank you for your report, that's great. Any questions or comments or concerns? Seeing none, we'll move on to E, presentations. E1, the ceremonial oath of office and council member introductions. Andres Marquez.
Feel free to zoom in on him. Sir, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Andres Marquez,
I, Andres Marquez,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon
discharge the duties upon
which I am about to enter.
which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
You want to take a photo?
Yeah, have my wife and the one of the here.
Why don't you grab that microphone down there and one sec.
So I would like to thank the community of Cloverdale for all your support, and especially my wife Mary.
We'll all look at Mike's camera and then Mariva.
1, 2, 3. I was waiting for it.
Come off your camera. I know, I'm used to this. I'm used to this. It's slower so. after the fun stuff. All right, we'll move on to F, the consent calendar. All items under the consent calendar will be considered together by one action of the city council unless any council member or member of the public requests that an item be removed and considered separately. So we need to pull item F2 for Councilmember Marquez. Want to give us two reasons, please?
Yes, I'm on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce, so I would like to recuse myself from voting on the project.
You were on the board of directors, now you're Councilmember Gray. Perfect. Okay, so with that, we'll move on to F1. Take a motion. Thank you. We have a second on the
I second that motion.
motion, the second F1. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? One abstention. Perfect. We're going to F2. Consider approving a resolution amending the fiscal year 24-25 budget to reflect previously approved and increased expenses. We have a move to approve by the Vice Mayor, second by Councilman Morgenstern. I'll open up to any comments from the council. Seeing none, I'll open up to the public. Does the public have any comments on this one? Seeing none, we'll bring it back. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you. Passes 5-0. On to new business, H1, addition of one water operator in training position to the water department. Kevin, is this you?
Sure, I might ask Garrett some more technical questions, but this is a resolution authorizing the approval of a new position, the operator in training for the water system, the water treatment plant. The OIT will be working, if approved, with the current operators at the water plant for 1 year while he's on training. After that year, he'll be eligible to become a plant operator 1. The current staffing at the water plant.
I just wanted to let you know, Renee said we check the air conditioner back there is the one we really want.
365, 24 hours a day.
I just turned it on. It had a heater on.
And we're gonna have
You gotta go through it because we're all burning up there. It was still like 68, but it was on a heat, so I just dropped it down to like 60.
It was discussed.
Because with the lights and stuff,
meeting,
just have a-
they did request it to-
That's okay. I just didn't because
And there was
last
some
time.
discussion to bring this one back and.
He wasn't
that's
turning
what
it
we're
off.
at this point. So
He was only turning it
there's
off.
a resolution.
Oh, we were like, do both.
for your consideration to establish this position and start improving.
Oh, yeah. Either way.
Thank you, Kevin. We'll go around the table.
I just dropped it down cold, so I just want to make sure you know to turn it on. Oh my gosh, thank you.
I apologize here if these aren't working. I just want to thank City Manager Thompson here and the mayor on this one. We worked really hard to get this. This is part of the succession plan for our water plant guys. You got to hand it to them, that and wastewater. There's two guys down there, they're on 24/7, so they're keeping us in drinking water and everything we need. So I'm glad to see this come to fruition. It's taken a while, we've kicked it around a lot, and it's finally here. So good job, Kevin. Thank you very much, and I think it's going to work out well.
Councilmember Marquez.
Yes.
Any comments? No.
No comments on this one.
Great, yep. I'm not going to repeat what Vice Mayor said, but thank you for making this happen. We know succession plans and actual savings will probably be shown from this hire, which is nice to see. Doing regular time versus overtime. So with that, do we have anyone that would like to make a motion?
No, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to adopt and read by title only the resolution. Adopt a resolution entitled, "A Resolution of the City Council of the City of Cloverdale approving the addition of one water operator in training position to the water department and authorizing the recruitment of a water operator in training."
Second.
I didn't open up to public, so is there anyone that would like to make a comment on this item in public? We'll bring it back. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Thank you so much. Moving on to H2, review the previously approved subcommittee, joint committee, and regional board council appointments for the 2025 calendar year.
So Mayor, in January, after we polled council on which subcommittees and regional assignments they wanted to be on, we adopted a resolution which everyone gave their preferences. With the resignation of Councilmember Walter and the appointment of Councilmember Marquez, we have an opportunity now to provide him with some opportunity to get on some subcommittees and regional boards. He has expressed his interest to be on the Zero Waste Subcommittee, which the mayor, you're currently on there and I'm the alternate. So that's one potential change. We asked Councilmember Marquez if he would be willing to take over what was assigned to Councilmember Walter, which he agreed to. And so I think now is an opportunity, if somebody feels like they have too many assignments, maybe to ask Council Marquez if he'd be interested in any of those. In either case, we can bring back a resolution assigning him to Zero Waste and the assignments that Councilmember Walter was assigned to. That's kind of the end of the report. If we get direction tonight, we'll come back on the consent calendar next time with a new resolution assigning people to whatever the change up will be tonight.
Thank you, sir. Questions or comments? Start on this way.
Okay, I'm happy to serve on the Zero Waste Board, so you can put me down for that if you like. I would also be interested in co-chairing the Joint City Cloverdale Unified School District. Also have interest in liaison for Senior Center, Cloverdale Rancheria Tribal Council liaison, and also Cloverdale Regional Library Advisory.
So we go through these really slowly, so I make sure I have them all correctly. So those are all the ones that have former Councilmember Walter on.
Yes, and there's also the Planning Commission.
And correct. And then you said the Joint City School, that one's myself and Vice Mayor.
Yeah, it looks like there's a typo on that one. It was approved, we're gonna amend it at the next meeting. It's Gordon Stearns the chair, vice chair is Councilmember Wheeler. Wheeler's on 3 subcommittees. With Councilmember Marquez not being on any, I thought it might be a nice opportunity for him. There's only 2 meetings this year, so.
I'd be happy to go with that.
I'm good with that.
Fine with us. So then with that change, I will open any other comments or questions. Anything else that anyone wants to throw his way and make his life a little harder? Easier plates? Perfect. Let's open up to the public. Would anyone like to make a public comment regarding this item? Seeing none, we'll bring it back and see if anyone would like to motion.
So with this one, we are just doing
It's just
direction.
direction.
Yeah.
It's just direction.
We'll come back at the next meeting with a resolution amending the.
There's no need for any vote. We'll come back at the next meeting with a resolution.
With the final expense, okay.
So this is going to make it the third time. Never mind. Okay. Great. We got the direction. Thank you. We'll move into subcommittee reports. Anyone have anything you want to report from the subcommittees? Seeing none, all subcommittee agendas, approved minutes, and media are available on our website. Councilmember reports. I will start with Councilmember Marquez.
I do not have any subcommittee reports, although soon, now that I'm joining the Zero Waste Board, I will be providing everyone with reusable drink cups, so we can change some of our policies here. Moving in the direction.
Councilmember Morgenstern.
Let's see, I am newly appointed on the LEAP Planning Board, and what they do is, the real name is Lived Experience Advisory Planning Board. The board advises the Sonoma County Homeless Coalition and service providers on improving programs and services and housing.
All right, any legislative reports? Reports. City manager report?
Just one quick update. The mayor and I will be attending the State of the City Chamber sponsored event tomorrow at the Beat Lounge at, I think, 9 a.m. Is that right, Nina? Where we'll be giving a PowerPoint, just give the community update on some of the important things happening. And if anyone wants me to send them the PowerPoint, I can do that, just so you can take a look at it.
Thank you. City Attorney? Council direction on any future agenda items? All right, well, I have one. Future agenda item, we have been discussing heavily the Potter Valley project here. And the city has taken a stance to write letters of opposition to the plan that they have in place, or the MOU that they have in place between FERC, PG&E, and Sonoma Water, and all the other entities. I have personally written a letter to all of those that signed the MOU regarding this issue, with whether it's your congressman or your county supervisors and everybody along the line. The city has written a letter in opposition and stating what we would like to see as talking points. It's the Sonoma County Fire Chiefs have also signed on with us to talk about fire safety here and have provided a letter along with multiple other agencies. At this point, now that we've made it clear what our stance is, I would like to host a town hall meeting in Cloverdale, and I would like to invite all those affected from Potter Valley, basically down to Moraine County, and give them a platform to state why and how this affects them. Cloverdale will focus on ourselves, but I want to give them that opportunity so that in one room, we can have media, we can have production, we can have everyone saying why this is a bad idea and how it truly will affect their communities and people around them. And this will give a big platform to be heard all the way through the state and federal levels. I would like to know if this is something that the council can get on board with, so that I can start pushing this, or the vice mayor and I start pushing this through our city attorney and city manager, and have to start working on it. Questions, comments, concerns, we can't discuss it, but if you're on board with this as a future agenda item, the date I would be looking at is around March 20th.
I just want to say that I'm 100% on board with this town hall.
It looks like we have 4 in agreement, so Kevin and Alice, let's start the planning process. And I should ask, is there one council member who wants to join with me, or you want it to be the vice mayor?
I'll fill in wherever needed.
Okay.
There's an opportunity for some one of the other council members, but if not,
I would love to
You'd love to, okay?
join you there with
If
that.
it's a town hall, we can just notice it in the hall.
It will be, yeah, we'll get it worked out. I just wanted to see if there's anything. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
You were saying potentially March 20th.
March 20th.
Not include the council meeting, that would be a separate town hall.
Correct. If everyone's wanting to join, then it will be scheduled at a special meeting. Any other future agenda items? Seeing none, anything to go to order from the public? Seeing none, thank you all for being here. Congratulations, Councilmember Marquez.
Thank you, Mayor.
And the meeting is adjourned at 6:29. Our next meeting is scheduled for March 12th.